Okay, so today I want to talk about something that can really help people with neuropathy. Specifically, I have type 1 diabetes, and so I have felt the effects of neuropathy in my feet. It's very painful, tingly, due to high blood sugars and things of that nature. And I came across this stuff a few months ago. It's called DMSO, dimethyl sulfoxide. Yes. And it's incredible. It's incredible. But not only for neuropathy, not only for diabetics, it's huge, wide range of benefits. I want to talk about it a little bit because everyone should have this in your first aid kit. We all should have a bottle of this stuff. Incredible, incredible stuff. So what it was originally, it's a byproduct of like creating paper because it comes from trees. So that's what it is. And all this is it is carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and sulfur. It's an element. It's like an elemental sulfur, but it doesn't have a smell. And if you're allergic to sulfur, don't worry, you can use this. If you're you can't be allergic to like a sulfur element. So do not be afraid to use this stuff if you're allergic, please. Okay, where to start? Like the benefits from this stuff are insane. It helps with pain. It increases your blood flow. It dilates your blood vessels. It can, like if you're injured or something, it helps gets oxygen to cells. It improves your blood supply like to injured areas, and it also reduces your blood viscosity. So if it makes it like less sticky and less thick to get that flowing better. It helps with pain, arthritis. It is fantastic. Oh my gosh, what else does it do? Okay, it's antimicrobial. It helps with cell regeneration. It protects your DNA from radiation damage with no side effects. So people who are going through radiation chemo, this is FDA approved. This helps protect your cells and helps to regenerate cells. Okay, it's a muscle relaxant, increases your white blood cell production, great for immunity. I mean, it's good for cataracts in your eyes. You can put this stuff directly into your eyeballs. It actually, they use it when they transport organs so that the ice that it's sitting on doesn't damage the organ, the cells. It protects the cells from damage at an incredible rate. I think it's like over 80%. I don't even know, but it's a lot. It's a binder. It's a great binder for metals. It pulls it out through your urine. It's great for that if you ingest it. I don't personally like ingest. I have before, but I don't, because I just don't. Well, the reason is because if you ingest it and you don't eat really well, or if you have chemicals and you have toxins inside your body that your body's already trying to get rid of, this stuff is so strong, it will pull it in more into like past the blood-brain barrier. So when your body's trying to expel stuff, this will pull it in deeper. So you could have like side effects because it's very powerful stuff. Okay, anyways, it blocks the nerves conducting like pain signals, so it helps you with pain. It helps preserve your stem cells, your bone marrow cells, and then the radiation, like I had said, inhibits the growth of bacteria. It's a diuretic, reduces inflammation, swelling, calms your nervous system, and it's a really, well, it helps increase delivery of oxygen to cells. It's a great carrier to mix with other drugs because, like I said, it gets so deep. It penetrates all the way into your, what do you call that? Your blood, just your blood, right? Blood something. Anyways, it gets into your blood. It passes the blood-brain barrier. Really good stuff. I usually mix mine with like castor oil, or I use them both at the same time just to penetrate very deeply. And you know, my house is essentially like a VA hospital. Sometimes all of my kids are like injured, I don't even know how. So this So great to have on hand to help with that pain. So great. And I was having like neuropathy pains in my feet. And what I did, how I apply DMSO, because it is so powerful, you do have to take some precautions. So you do have to, like what I do is I get vinegar and I put some in a bowl, like, I don't know, a couple cupfuls or something, or just a couple splashes, and then I add water. Do not use tap water. You have to use like distilled water. So you want to buy the water, you know, don't use Brita filter water. Britas do not even work. Distilled water. It has to be like filtered very well, because anything that this touches will absorb into your bloodstream. It will absorb very deeply. So you don't want any chemicals. You don't want to like wash your hands with regular scented soap and then touch this stuff. No, you cannot do that. So what I do is I get vinegar, I put in a bowl, and I put some distilled water in there. I mix that up. And then like if I was putting it on my hand or like my arm, first of all, you clean your hands with the vinegar water. Clean, 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 get them clean. And then you can, and some people use alcohol. I haven't done that, but that's great to clean too. Like if my arm was hurt, I would just rub the vinegar on to clean the area, or alcohol, or whatever you want to use. I'm not sure what else you would use, but I use vinegar. And then you get the DMSO and you just put a little bit, like a puddle, a quarter-sized puddle in your hands, and you just rub that right on to the area. And you'll feel the heat when you do that. It's like hot for like 5 seconds. It doesn't hurt, but you feel, you know it's working. And then depending on what I'm doing, I may or may not put it on castor oil just to get it like deeper in there. But anyways, I put it on my feet. I think I've done it like twice, and only like once a week. So like if you have neuropathy pain, I would apply this like once a week probably to your feet, because it lasts for so long, like the effects. I don't even know how long, but anyway, so I apply the DMSO, I apply the castor oil, and then you can get like some cotton socks and put them on, but you just gotta be careful. Like I make my own laundry soap, so I know my soap is good, but like if you're using Gain or something on these socks, you're not gonna wanna put those on your feet with DMSO, because whatever chemicals are in that Gain are gonna end up in your bloodstream, and it could cause, you know, like side effects. I don't know. So I don't know, but anyways, that's what I've done, and I have not had any more pain like that in my feet at all. It just helps the cells to heal themselves. It helps to increase that blood flow, and it just stops pain. I mean, it's great. It's fantastic. I love this stuff. I want to get a gallon of it, but it's like 150 bucks. I got mine from Amazon, and you do have to get the 99.995% pharmaceutical grade. You cannot get industrial grade because it's not good enough for internal consumption. You want to get the purest. And with the pharma grade, they put it through activated charcoal to get out all the impurities. So this is the good stuff. This is what you want. And oh my gosh, it's the best. I've used it a lot. Also, this book is really helpful. You can learn so much. Healing with DMSO, also on Amazon. I think like 12 bucks. I mean, and it's it's very small, easy read. Really helps to break it down and make it understandable. So interesting. I definitely recommend. So please, please, especially if you have diabetes, if you suffer with neuropathy, arthritis, so many ailments, everyone should really just have this. Everyone, get this in your first aid kit. Yes. Bye.